Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
I'd like to begin this morning with an apology. My wife scolded me when I got home yesterday. I stopped by after getting the mail yesterday after the breakfast show was over, and she kind of let me have it, and I got to thinking about it, and she was right, and I just want to apologize to Brent for making an additional comment on his goopy hair. It wasn't necessary at the end of the show to bring that back up. We'd already discussed it, and then laughing at my own comment was rude. My wife said that was rude of me to do that, and I just wanted to apologize.
I came back on board, about 6 years ago?
It just seems like yesterday.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Well, some days.
To me.
Yeah. How many, during that time, since it's been you and me on the breakfast show, how many of those times have you started a show making an apology to me in regards to a comment that you made on my appearance?
I think twice.
Twice in that whole time.
Maybe this month.
Yeah.
Maybe last month.
Well, thanks.
Sure.
It takes a big man to apologize. Sometimes it takes a bigger man to accept the apology. So I accept your apology.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Pretty smooth there. All right, moving along.
Okay.
We have to, not have to. I'm excited to get to work with you on Sunday for the ball game.
Me too. I look forward to that. Yep, it's Brent and Dave at the ballpark.
Opener, Paul Brown Field, 2023. Overton comes to town. The juniors and seniors will take the field and host Overton at 1 and 3:30 thereabouts. And Brent Apperson has scheduled the broadcast of the seniors game on KBBN 95.3 FM and online at kbbn.com. And he'll also wear his Cubs. What do you call that?
Well, when the guys presented it to me, they called it the rally chain.
Okay, rally chain. It's
Yep.
big. It looks heavy.
Yeah, I'm going to wear it.
I'm bringing my boxing trophy for everybody to view.
Okay, all right. I hope the table's strong enough up there to hold it.
Well, I've got to tell you, this happened. What happened yesterday? The plaque, the front golden plate came off the front of it that said Loop City Smoker on it,
Yeah.
1970.
Yeah, the little engraved plate. It did. It just fell off.
And I just want you folks who were driving by yesterday when I went to the car to go home, that it was an accident, but I had underestimated the weight of the trophy. I put it in my shirt pocket, and it ripped my shirt off.
Oh, my
It was so
goodness.
heavy, it just pulled
Wow.
my shirt right down around my waist.
Wow.
And so I was just, some cars went by and tooted their horns, and I was just embarrassed to death. But it was from the weight of I put it in my
Really?
pocket, it just tore my shirt right down around
Man.
my
I don't know.
yeah.
Okay, you can go with that. If I was you, I'd look into buying a better shirt.
Oh, it's my fancy good
your-
shirt.
If your shirt pocket couldn't hold that trophy, you might want to invest in a more quality made shirt.
Just don't think you realize how heavy that trophy is.
Mm.
You folks can see it on Sunday if you want to view it. I'll put it up on the ledge there for you to look at it.
Okay.
Bring your binoculars if you're very far away.
Or close. You might still need to use your binoculars to see it.
Well, it is exciting to be able to be there for the opener. I know you like to do the opener, and I know they're really excited about their baseball teams this year. And they've got a good roster of young men who want to play ball all summer long.
And we'll probably talk about this Sunday, but always want to stress, we say Broken Bow.
Yes.
These are area kids. It's not, there's some kids around the area that are a part of the Broken Bow Legion baseball team. So
Yes.
we say Broken Bow, but it's our area Legion team.
Area Legion, yeah. My apologies. You're right, because they have a
That's
very,
easy to forget.
Well, yeah, it's on the Broken Bow field, but the kids come from all around the area, and that's great. And I think this year they really have a good mix of representation from different communities, so it makes it even more fun. So we'll look forward to covering that and doing the best. I wanted to ask you a question
Yeah.
before we go on Sunday, and I'll just ask you here on the air.
Okay.
I want to do what, like on the movies when they have a play-by-play guy and then they have the color guy beside him, and the play-by-play guy's explaining everything, and then you would give that guy the opening on the color side, and he goes, "That's right, Brent. That was like kind of a comedy skit where." Or you look over and the guy doesn't say anything. You've seen those on the movies where the guy's over there pondering away and he's not even making a comment.
Like, one of my favorite baseball movies would be Major League.
Yeah.
And Bob Uecker
Oh,
played,
yeah, Bob Uecker.
played the character of the play-by-play guy and had his color guy sitting by him. And he does that whole big, dramatic lead into his color guy and nothing. And Bob Uecker comes back on, well, we don't call him the best color guy in the world for nothing, folks.
Bob Uecker's so funny. And a great baseball fan and former player, and makes fun of himself when he played.
Oh, Hall of Fame broadcaster with the
Oh, yeah.
Brewers.
Yeah, the Brewers are beautiful.
Bob Uecker.
Brewers.
Yeah,
Oh man, what a team they are.
yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, today we have guests coming in to talk about the junior high rodeo coming up. This is a state rodeo finals here at the Custer County Fairgrounds, and we'll find out more details on that. The Millers are coming in.
I believe so.
And I'll be going to the chamber office to talk about the Toy Lending Library,
Okay.
which is something that is really a cool service or offering to the public. And Heather Smith will be there to explain that. And Emily Barnett is going to be there. And I think she's bringing some props.
Oh, well, great.
I don't know how many of her props she's bringing. She has 3 available. So we'll have kids who actually probably will be playing with toys at the time we're doing the
There we
show.
go.
I'm just guessing how
Well,
that's going.
hey, if it's about the Toy Lending Library, then to me that is a perfect fit.
It is a perfect fit. And it's Emily's last broadcast that she'll be doing for us as she is moving back closer to their original home with mixed emotions, I think. Emily really likes being here and has been a great team member here at KCNI KBBN. And they're I don't know for sure what their plans are as far as the move goes, but I know that Kirk starts a new job down near Kansas City 1st of June. So we'll find out a little bit more about that as well and talk toys today in the 9 o'clock hour. And I think this all centers around an available room there at the chamber office. Plus, we have a few other things we want to tell you about. Now, today is a very important day, and we're not kidding around about this, International Nurses Day, celebrating the worldwide anniversary of Florence Nightingale's birth in 1820. She is the founder of modern nursing. And what would we do without the wonderful nurses in our clinics and hospitals? They are the backbone of healthcare in a lot of ways. They carry the load, let's put it that way. And their expertise and care is unbelievable. So we honor you nurses today. An annual Gallup poll ranked nursing the most honest and ethical profession in the U.S. every year for nearly 2 decades. That tells you something right there. And they also right there at the place.
Yes.
I wonder how much care he gets.
Trust me, the entire family still calls Mom when we have a health question.
Well, sure.
You know, mom's the first person we call.
She's seen it all.
Yep.
If she's an RN. All right, it's also National Military Spouse Appreciation Day, the Friday before Mother's Day. Let's honor all the contributions and sacrifices made by military spouses in supporting the armed forces and their families. I think we're better about that than we used to be, but when there's somebody serving in the military, whether it be the mom or the dad, the rest of the family makes all kinds of sacrifices because of that service. So let's set that day aside. It's also National Limerick Day, if you like limericks.
Oh,
There once was a poet named Lear. We celebrate him each year. The limerick was his style. They really make us smile. So today, they're the poems you'll hear.
wow. Well, man, that was touching, Dave.
Thanks.
Well read.
Yeah, red is right. Oh my gosh, it's Tony Hawk's birthday today. If you're celebrating a birthday, you are celebrating with one of the most famous skateboarders of all time, Tony Hawk. He is 55 today.
Wow.
Now, I have to ask you a question about Tony Hawk.
Okay.
I just watched a kind of a special documentation on his life, and he had many ups and downs in his skateboarding career, where he was making all kinds of money, and then everything went cold, and he had injuries because he was always trying these acrobatic things in the air and get one more spin and all those sorts of things, and he'd land and bust himself up. And he's actually doing commercials now. Have you seen his commercials?
I don't know if I have or not. What product is he selling?
Well, that's the thing about it. I don't remember because there's a distraction in the commercial.
Oh,
So you're this super great skateboarder, right?
okay.
They're probably the most famous skateboarder of all time. And he's sitting on a chair, and he has a skateboard beside him, and he kind of makes sure you see the skateboard when he's selling the product. But he's got this really drab kind of plaid shirt on. It's just like, does a skateboarder wear it's not one you tuck in, it's a square cut shirt, kind of a dull plaid color. It's just like, wouldn't they tell him to wear something a little more sporty?
I don't know. I honestly don't know the commercial you're talking about.
Every time I see
don't
the
think.
commercial, my wife knows I'm going to say, why does he have that shirt on?
I can see it now. Joan sees the commercial come on, and she's immediately trying to find the remote. Get off this channel. Dave's about ready to make a comment.
Well,
I don't know if I've seen that commercial. I don't think I have. Or if I have, his shirt didn't stick out to me. It didn't make me, well, obviously react as it has made you react.
well, the next time you see it,
Okay.
let me know what you think. Now,
All right.
here's
I'll
the
be
other part.
watching for it now.
I'll be honest, I'm a little bit swayed because I have Tony Hawk flying over the skies.
You look like a Tony Hawk fan.
Well, Paul was
you
a big
just-
Tony Hawk
Oh,
fan.
okay. All right.
He was a skateboarder.
Uh-huh.
So he has a big poster in the room I sleep in right above the bed.
Oh,
Right over my head. Tony Hawk is flying over my bed.
okay.
So then I see him, and he's got all these bright colors on, and the covers around his wrists, and he's flying through the air, and
Oh.
they take a picture of him, and you can't even see the ground. I mean, he's
Sure.
doing this acrobatic thing. And then I see him in this dull plaid shirt in the commercial, and I'm going, I don't get it. So he's over my head every night, and I see him in a commercial with this dull shirt on. It's driving me crazy. No wonder I have bad dreams down there. Okay,
Wow.
Steve Winwood is 75 today.
Hey. Wow, 75, really? I don't know if I would have guessed quite that old.
Well, he was one of those artists that started performing and touring when he was like 16 years old. He started very, very young, and he played in the Spencer Davis group, Traffic and Blind Faith with Eric Clapton. And they worked together a while in Blind Faith and kind of separated. And a number of years ago, they got back together and did a tour, the two of them playing together, and happened to have the privilege of seeing that, and it was awesome. But he's a great songwriter, and he's had many solo hits as well. He's 75 today. And Billy Squire
Oh, all right.
is 73 today. He's had a lot of early 80s hits, including My Kind of Lover and Rock Me Tonight, The Stroke. He is 73 today.
Wow.
Crazy, huh?
It is. Yeah.
And
the guys I grew up listening to are now in their 70s.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Darius Rucker tomorrow is 57. Stevie Wonder is 73 tomorrow. Morgan Wallen is 30. I don't know whether he'll perform again. He's got voice problems right now, and every once in a while he drinks a little too much.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like the Possum or Hank Jr. I think I'll party today, and maybe I'll just come back some other time.
Yeah. We'll reschedule the show.
All right. School lunch menus, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
I don't know if that shirt's just like it's something that you'd see.
I can tell you're really bothered by that.
It would be like somebody it would be like a computer geek shirt. A guy that works in a...
So basically what you're saying is that this commercial and the shirt that he's wearing, it just kind of ruins the image that you had of Tony Hawk, and it bothers you.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's flying over the sky, and...
Well, he could still fly across the sky in a plaid shirt. I mean, I don't think...
Well, it wouldn't look nearly as good.
Well, okay.
It's like she might as well have like one of those pencil holders in his shirt.
Would you like to start with the menus, or you want me to?
I don't care.
I'll start.
Okay.
Okay. Sergeant Public School today. Barbecue pork sandwich, chips, baked beans, fruit cup, milk, and salad bar at Sergeant today.
I don't think you should judge people by what they wear. Don't get me wrong, but if you're in the marketing business and you're selling a product for a guy who has been an all-time great skateboarder, why would you put a computer geek plaid shirt on him?
Well, he's not. The commercial isn't for the plaid shirt, is it?
Oh, Lord, no.
Oh, okay.
I think it might be for aspirins or something.
Oh, okay.
I think it is. Thedford today, Cobb salad and sun chips.
Litchfield today, hamburgers on the menu at Litchfield.
And Selma Myrna Public Schools, cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, steamed carrots, fruit and veggie bar, flavor station, and 1% unflavored milk, or chocolate skim milk, or strawberry skim milk.
Ansley today, underneath lunch, it says elementary track meet. So maybe sack lunch or something today.
Could be.
For Ansley.
Arnold today is Cook's Choice.
Broken Bow Middle and High School today, showing pepperoni pizza, made fresh glazed chicken over rice, grilled chicken shaker with roasted flatbread, fresh baked ham and cheese sub, and the grill station combo at Broken Bow today is spicy chicken sandwich basket.
Callaway, pepperoni cheese sticks, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Cozad today, pizza, mozzarella dunkers, and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Some of your choices at Cozad today.
And today at Gothenburg, they're having popcorn chicken bowl, pepperoni or cheese pizza, Swede chef salad, and, of course, the Sweetable deli sandwich.
Loop City today, showing a barbecue chicken sandwich or corn dog with oven potatoes. That's your menu at Loop City Public Schools. Those are your school lunch menus. Now your menu today at the Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow. Beef stew today with cottage cheese, fruit, and bread. If you'd like to join them for lunch at the Prairie Pioneer Center, give them a call by 9 a.m. this morning to let them know you're coming. Number is 872-6121.
Thanks, Brent.
You're welcome, Dave.
I need to do this right now. Here we go.
Thanks for starting your day with us.
It's gonna be a good day.
Every morning.
KCNI, KBBN Radio.
What's on your mind?
Well,
What is it? Go ahead. This is an open show.
Well, you've been very you've been very judgmental of Tony Hawk this morning, and his plaid shirt, and basically you've called it blah.
It's very
right?
blah.
Well, your shirt's kind of blah this morning.
What's blah about it?
Well, it's just, I mean, it's not plaid, but it's just like a dull blue shirt.
Well, it's got the snap buttons.
Well, that's
the pearl
true.
buttons. Well,
Yeah.
here's the difference.
But-
Mind me.
Oh,
just-
they're okay.
I'm not portraying an athlete, or I'm not marketing an athlete here flying through the air. I'm just an old radio announcer,
Okay, all right. I follow your train of thought there.
and I
I was just, I don't know, I just started looking at your shirt, and I'm like, well, maybe Dave's being a little bit harsh. It's not like Dave's wearing a real standout shirt
No, it's
today.
just
But
a
I
normal shirt.
I follow you. It's about marketing. Marketing is what's bothering
I
you.
wouldn't care if you wanted to wear a dull shirt somewhere else, but if you're going to record a commercial that probably costs $1 million for 30 seconds, you might want to wear something that's a little more pizzazz.
Yeah,
to
a
it.
little more flashy.
Just the marketing side of
I
it.
follow
I
you.
don't really care what he
Okay.
wears around the house.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way,
Yes.
your shirt is dynamite, man.
Well, I.
That's what made me
I
think
do.
of it. Is
Well,
that
I do have a way of making a shirt look good.
That's a
I
shiny
gotta tell
shirt.
you.
And you know what? It kind of matches the glitter.
Easy now.
The shininess of your hair and
Oh.
your shirt are the same. You look sharp, man.
Thanks, Dave. Was that a dramatic pause?
That was a drink of coffee.
That was nothing dramatic about that, folks. It was just taking a pause so that we could take a sip of coffee.
We're going to play the game. We're going to play the game next on this Friday, and soon we'll start giving away some Blues Fest hats and T-shirts from
Cool.
many years ago. And by the way, I believe Joan told me yesterday we started the Blues Fest in. Oh, I hope I get this right. 2004, or excuse me, 1994.
Okay, I was going to say
1994.
that sounds about right.
And we ended it in like 2012.
Wow, a great run.
Yeah, I knew.
And
I-
about the shirts, I think your son Chris, he is a tremendous artist, and his art, because he did the artwork, I want to say, of every poster,
all 18, yes.
right? Mm-hmm. And the shirts, I think every time you did a shirt, it was just the artwork of the poster that was on the shirt. Is that correct?
Right, with all the artists on it.
Yeah.
and- yeah. Other
When-
collector's
when,
items,
when,
probably.
seriously, win a T-shirt just for that. Because I'm telling you that the artwork that Chris did on those posters was awesome.
That was fun to see what he'd come up with every year. And then towards the end, he's going, "Oh, I got to do another one."
Yeah.
Oh, just because I'm your kid, I got to do these shirts. All right. Tomorrow, I wanted to get this out here. Find this. A couple of very important. Tomorrow is a benefit run and walk that we want to talk about before we play the game real quick here. And we'll probably talk about it again, hopefully, before the show's over. First annual Run for Your Life 2023 Broken Bow EMS 5K Run and Walk. Proceeds go to a power cot and portable life pack. And you can go to the Malham Park tomorrow. They'll start taking registrations at 9 a.m. Yeah, some of you pre-registered, but you didn't have to. You can still come in, and the meal will be through the kitchen at Kincaid's. And so this is the first annual, so we want to make it a success. So if you can't get out and run or walk, you can still take part, but they'd love to have you walk as far as you would like, and then come or run and come to the event that finishes up at Kincaid's.
All right, here we go. Let's play the game. May is Mystery Month, and so this is the final question about authors of mystery books. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Nancy Drew.
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, Edward Stratemeyer actually created the Nancy Drew mystery series, but his name never appeared on the title page. So the question is, who is listed as the author of the Nancy Drew books? Your choices are Carolyn Keene, Judy Blume, Carolyn Hart, or Beverly Cleary. Although Edward Stratemeyer created the Nancy Drew mystery series, his name never appeared on the title page. Who is listed as the author of the Nancy Drew books? Your choices, Carolyn Keene, Judy Blume, Carolyn Hart, or Beverly Cleary. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
With spring activities just getting underway, you may be experiencing some aches and pains. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111. We offer state-of-the-art equipment and techniques to help you recover from back injury, muscle strain, or surgery. Call your movement rehabilitation specialist at 872-5111 or check us out at any of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Gothenburg, Kearney, or Callaway. Let Team Physical Therapy get you back into shape for spring. 872-5111.
It's that time of year, time to get plants in the ground. The Secret Garden is open every day in May. Weekdays 11:30 to 4:30, Saturday 8:30 to 4:30, and Sundays 1 to 4. Shop a variety of annual plants, succulents, cactus, home decor, antiques, Watkins, and more. Ephesians 4 verse 32 says, "Be kind to each other, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God through Christ has forgiven you." The Secret Garden, 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
And we have John on the line. Good morning, John. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing good.
It's good.
How are you two doing?
Well, we're doing pretty well. Brent has a fancy shirt on, and I have a dull shirt on. What kind of shirt do you have on?
I probably have a dull shirt on. It's very beige.
Beige. Well, that's all right. That's all right. I mean, you're not out. You're not out in public. Your image is okay around the house, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah. All right. Here's Brent with your question.
Okay, although Edward Straitmeyer created the Nancy Drew Mystery Series, his name never appeared on the title page. Who is listed as the author of the Nancy Drew books? Carolyn Keene, Judy Bloom, Carolyn Hart, or Beverly Cleary?
I believe it's Carolyn Keene.
You're right, John. Yeah, that's it. Way to go! And because you've answered correctly, oh, stop ringing that bell so I can read this. John, we have for you a certificate that's going to get you a free personal pan pizza, one topping at Pizza Hut. So just come on out and see us, and we'll have it ready for you. All right?
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, John. Have a great weekend.
Yeah. You too. Bye.
Bye. Quick timeout, then the news, then the Millers.
All right.
Cattlemen, spring is here and things are starting to green up. But alongside the good green like pasture grass and trees come the bad greens. Musk thistles, mullenweed, buckbrush, and other weeds. Let Aero Aviation help you get the bad green under control this spring. They use the latest in aircraft and GPS technology and crop protection products while keeping the good green in your pocket. Call Casey, Melissa, or Kim today and schedule spring spraying with Aero Aviation, 872-5113.
Beef is what's for dinner. May is Beef Month, and we're celebrating the industry all month long at KCNI KBBN. Sponsors are bringing you beef briefs on our Facebook page, Sandhills Express. Fun facts and information about beef. Listen throughout the month for sponsors like these, saluting those in the beef industry.
Custer County Feeders, Moline Seed and Fence, Mead Lumber, Agland ATV, and Power Solutions.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Border officials are bracing for a massive influx of migrants after a pandemic-era rule expired at midnight. But Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas tells CBS new Biden administration restrictions will help.
We have had a plan for more than a year and a half. We've been executing on that plan, and we continue to execute on the plan.
With the COVID emergency over in the U.S., New Jersey ER physician Dr. Owais Durrani says health officials will monitor sewage samples instead of test results.
The ending of this emergency means that states are not required to report their COVID numbers to the CDC. And so the CDC is going to rely on different measures to kind of see what community spread levels are.
A 24-year-old Marine vet's expected to turn himself in New York City today to face a manslaughter charge for choking a homeless man to death on the subway. CBS's Lilia Luciano.
The medical examiner determined Neely's death was a homicide caused by compression of the neck.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, a Battle Creek man was arrested in Norfolk after he allegedly held two people hostage and threatened to detonate a partial stick of dynamite Thursday afternoon. According to a press release from the Madison County Sheriff's Office shortly after 2 p.m., The Norfolk Dispatch received a call from a third party regarding 2 people being held hostage in a car by a man. The sheriff's office said the third party caller was communicating electronically with a female passenger and said the man was threatening to detonate a partial stick of dynamite that was in his possession inside the car. The caller also claimed the car was traveling southbound into Norfolk. Deputies were able to intercept the car near 13th Street and Eisenhower Avenue and initiate a traffic stop on 13th Street and Maple Avenue, where they removed the man from his car to take him into custody. That's according to the press release. 2 females, the driver and the passenger of the car, were also removed and detained while initial interviews of the people involved were conducted. Residents of the area of the 1200 block of Maple Avenue were asked to evacuate while the scene's investigation took place as a precaution. During a cursory search of the vehicle, the sheriff's office said the explosive device was found. According to the press release, the car was held until a technician from the Nebraska Patrol Bomb Unit could observe and dispose of the item.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA playoffs, the Nuggets eliminate the Suns with a 125-100 win in Phoenix. Denver star Nikola Jokic had another triple-double, 32 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists in the win. Denver takes the series 4-2 to advance the Western Conference Finals. They await the winner of the Lakers-Warriors series. The Celtics beat the 76ers in Philadelphia 95-86. Jason Tatum just 3 points through 3 quarters for Boston, then had 16 points in the fourth quarter, outscoring the entire Philadelphia team, which had 13 points in the fourth quarter. Boston evens at Eastern Conference semifinal at 3-3. A deciding Game 7 will be Sunday in Boston. Lakers star Anthony Davis expected to play in tonight's Game 6 against the Warriors after taking a blow to the head late in Game number 5. They say he was never in the concussion protocol. NHL Stanley Cup playoffs, Hurricanes eliminate the Devils with a 3-2 overtime win. Carolina wins the series 4-1 to advance the Eastern Conference final. Stars over the Kraken 5-2. Dallas takes a 3-2 lead in the Western Conference semifinal.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have cloudy skies with showers and storms likely, some heavy rainfall possible with highs in the lower 70s. Then for tonight, showers and storms likely, especially early in the night, a low of 52. Saturday, a chance for some showers with highs reaching 70 along with breezy northwest winds, and a slight chance for rain on Sunday. We're back to a high of 65. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
They grow up so fast, and soon enough they're off to college. But as time goes by, the cost of tuition continues to rise. You know that college is important, but the expenses may seem out of reach. Edward Jones can help. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Janet Lawhorn. Let's work together to help you tackle growing college expenses. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to schedule an appointment. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It's 8:05, and we should have talked about this earlier because that's probably a little bit bigger news story than what kind of shirts we're wearing. But it did rain last night, and it rained a nice amount, and I think real slow and soaking rain. 97 hundredths we measured when we got here this morning.
Wow.
And that takes us up to 5 inches and 61 hundredths for the month. That probably exceeds the last 4 months of what we received in the 4 months previous to that. Boy, what a great timing of rainfall that we've had here, saving the day. So 561 for the month. Yesterday's high was 77 with an overnight low of 53. Sunset today at 8:46, sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:22. Currently 56 and cloudy here at Broken Bow. We do have that chance of continued showers today, so there is a flood watch in effect until 1 o'clock this afternoon. Well, since Brent has the shinier shirt and hair this morning, I'd like him to proceed with our next guest. We're excited about our next conversation, Brent.
We are, because, Dave, it's Miller time.
Yes, it is.
It's Miller time. Brad and Steph are here. Hi, Millers. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing great. Thanks
Good.
for coming in. How many years have we been doing this? The topic will be the Nebraska State Junior High Rodeo Finals, which will be in Broken Bow next week. Yep. And this is year number what for it in Broken Bow? Do you know? Seventh?
7.
Yeah. Wow. We were talking a little bit off the air, but the amount of people that come in for this, it's a great thing for the community. big economic impact as you're going to be welcoming all kinds of people into the area next week, right?
Yep. We have about 115 contestants that'll be arriving, and because they're junior high kids, they tend to bring their whole families. And so majority of the kids that I've seen are arriving Wednesday, just from when they're checking into stalls and different things. So they'll be arriving Wednesday afternoon and usually stay to the end of the day Friday. So lots of times grandma comes, siblings are here. So, I believe, and I think we believe, I guess, it brings a huge amount of people to the community. A lot, there's very few. I think there's only a handful of kids from Broken Bow that are competing. So everybody is coming into town from somewhere else.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Let's talk a little bit about what's on the line, because there's a lot on the line. Because these kids are competing for an opportunity to go to nationals and not just be a state champion, but the possibility of being a national champion.
I think called a world champion anymore because Mexico, Canada, and Australia are there now too.
Wow.
So it's the best of the best in their age division.
Yeah. Are you guys amazed? So, I mean, I think sometimes it's easy to overlook the age of kids. These are junior high kids. So the ages we're talking about, help me out.
Well, fifth
From
grade.
Fifth through eighth.
So it's
5th grade through 8th grade.
Oh, really? You can
Yes.
even start in 5th grade?
That was new. This is only the
That's
second year.
Second
year, you could be a 5th grader. So we have kids that are 9 competing, and sometimes I look at the goats and I think, oh, these little girls, their goats are bigger than them, but I mean, they're fierce.
The fun thing about this age, though, is just seeing the difference between how much the maturity level between the freshman or the fall season and the spring season. And these kids grow 6-8 inches over the winter. It's like, God, where'd they come from?
Wow, that never happened to me. But I'm glad. I'm still waiting to grow my 6 inches. So that's good.
Yeah. So state finals is a big deal because, as you said, Brent, they're competing. So they've competed. We've had 5 rodeos this year, since the fall, and then this is the culmination. So the top 4 kids in each event will then qualify to compete to be a world champion in Perry, Georgia. So, that's the end goal, is to get to Georgia and compete against all of the other states and countries. So it's a big deal, and it's a big week or couple days. I guess it's not a weekend, but Thursday, Friday, it's big time for these kids.
The facilities in Perry, Georgia were actually built when you're going to have to help me out, 80 or 84 Olympics.
Oh, wow.
At the state fairgrounds.
Okay.
So the equine is where they held all the equine competitions for the Olympics, and it's state of the art facilities. They're unbelievable.
Does nationals or the worlds or however you refer
Nationals,
to it now, does the nationals rotate around the country? It's not always in Perry, Georgia, is it?
Every 2 years they move it somewhere. They put it out for bids.
Mm-hmm.
It's just moved from Des Moines, Iowa, for the junior high division. The high school division, they have a heck of a time getting it out of Wyoming between Gillette and Rock Springs. It just goes back and forth. We were lucky enough to have it in Nebraska one year. We got robbed of our COVID year. I think that just having it 1 year and all the growing pains of what they were able to work through the 1 year outside the parking is one thing that they needed to clean things up on. They had some great ideas. If they could have had it another year, but we'll see if Nebraska gets it back. But it was really nice having it in our home state when Matt was a junior. So it was fun to just be down the street.
Yeah, it was nice in Lincoln. Des Moines was really fun. I mean, we've been very fortunate. We've been to Tennessee and to South Dakota and Des Moines a couple times, and we're going to make the trip to Perry this year. So, I mean, we've got to go and follow the junior high kids quite a bit, both with our own kids and then after our kids were done, just going and representing as the national team.
I find it more fun now that our kids are out of that division. A lot less pressure.
I was going to say, a little less stressful.
I don't know if stressful for us. I probably put enough stress on the other parents because I like to jack with their kids and probably get their minds not where they're supposed to be. But
go ahead, Brent.
No, go ahead, Dave.
I just wanted to interject here. The interviews that we've done with the junior high kids over the years have just been so much fun. And the politeness and the respect that they show for everyone is second to none, I think. I mean, it's just phenomenal. These kids are so well, I don't want to use the word behave because they're not even close to, I mean, when they just treat you with respect, and that's just the bottom line, really.
And that's so good to hear. And the parents were so excited about listening to those reports. They love them. And they're always worried about what their kids may say. But I think the thing that we have found in rodeo, or at least I have found in rodeo, is not just the camaraderie and the family atmosphere that you create, but the kids legitimately are cheering for what, in essence, would be their competitor.
Mhm.
You know, so you could have 4 kids sitting back watching these kids rope or tie a goat or run a barrel pattern, and they may beat them, but they're still as excited. I mean, there may be that sense of disappointment, but they're still high-fiving each other because their friend had a great run. And you know, in a lot of individual sports, there is camaraderie, but I don't see it to the degree I see it in rodeo, where there's so much cheering for each other, even if it costs you.
Actually, a lot of them are competing in the same event.
Yep.
And there's so many variables in rodeo. You only have so much control of what happens there. So I think the kids realize that if the animal doesn't cooperate,
yeah,
it's not much you can do, only your best.
Correct.
And it makes for a great combination, I think. The kids are great.
It does. It does. And the interviews we so appreciate. We love that you do that and come out and talk to the kids. And usually they come up and tell us, or their parents come up and tell us, "Oh, when is that going to be on? Can we hear it?" Like.
So I don't get to hear any of them, but I got to compliment you, and I don't know if you have the ability just to pick out the right kids, but I find myself going back like the week after and getting on your website on the Sand Hills Express,
well, that's great.
And looking through all the archives, like, oh yeah, he picked a good one. Oh, this is going to be good.
I think
Well, when you picked Ira's kid, that was just. I mean, that was just. Nothing could have been better than Easton.
I realized early on into that one, I know who we're talking to here. Yeah, that was so much fun. And we were talking about this in our meeting the other day, and we've kind of found out, try to catch them in their camps or in the area where they're kind of relaxed, because they're competitors, and when they're queued up and ready to go, sitting on their horses, they're yakking amongst one another, but they're not always ready to visit.
Yeah.
And you know, Jeremy takes it kind of personal when he starts heading towards a group of horses and they kind of go the other direction, you know. And I said, well, it's a little easier if you can catch them when they're in their downtime.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Tell me he's got to hide his microphone better.
Yeah.
But you're just used to that when people see you coming.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, and kids are honest. They'll say, no, I don't want to do it.
Right.
And then you know that's good, because they wouldn't have been comfortable doing it
Right.
anyway. But
Yeah.
They're just great young people.
Oh, well, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. And we've been fortunate to have such a great group for the 7 years that we've been doing it, and we love bringing it to our community, not only just because we want to show off our facilities, but the impact, and you know, we want people in Broken Bow.
Yeah. It's fun to see people, you know, you go uptown to the restaurants and the shops around the square and stuff, and there's people from the rodeo in every place that you go in.
Yeah, because rodeo does have some downtime,
Mhm.
and that gives them a chance to do some other things. So that's even better for the community. Brent, I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
No, you never interrupt me, Dave.
Yeah, I do.
We're a team. We're a team. You guys talked about cheering. Everybody loves to be cheered, and this is open to the public.
Right.
People can come out and watch these kids, right?
Yes. Yep.
Free charge.
Yep, it's free. They can come and watch. Both the indoor facility and the outdoor facility will start at 10 with different events. On Thursday morning and Friday morning, we start at 8:30. Both facilities. So the girls will start indoors with poles and barrels and goats, and then the boys will start outdoor with some rough stock and some roping events. And then usually around noon or a little bit after, then the girls and boys come together and they team rope and ribbon rope, which are events that can be co-ed. And so the way it works in the rodeo world, at least in the high school and junior high, we don't have events at the same time that are girls and boys. So we have an arena boys and pretty much arena girls, and then we swap. And then when both of them are done in their individual events, we get together for their team events. So
now, are the events on the junior high? I think they're pretty much similar as the high school level, but when you get into the rough stock, Brad, things are a little bit different.
Yeah, so
right?
instead of like bucking out to bareback and saddle bronc horses, they use steers.
Okay.
And then they changed the you only have to ride for 6 seconds versus 8. But back at the bulls, where they do ride bulls, they are back at 8 seconds. Other differences in events, they have boys breakaway. Boys have an option of breakaway or tie down. They can't do both, but they can do one or the other. They also tie goats. Girls obviously tie goats in high school. Other than that, that's kind of the shoot dogging, which is basically bulldogging, but you're doing it on foot out of a chute versus jumping off a horse. Kind of a preliminary stage of how they get to the next level.
What about the ribbon one?
That's my favorite.
That's pretty fun.
That's my favorite event.
Yeah. Kind of explain that, how that works.
So you have a roper and a runner, and they have to be boy-girl combination. It doesn't make a difference. There's a couple of the girls that are just as good a ropers, if not, I'd put them up with any of the boys. So the roper ropes a calf, and it's got a ribbon that's rubber banded on to the tail. And after they rope it, the roper has to go down and mug the calf, and the runner comes and grabs the ribbon and runs it back across the line. Fastest time wins.
Oh, wow.
It can get a little bit, I mean, sometimes, it can be sometimes a little bit bronky and sometimes a little bit.
Sometimes these kids don't get coached up enough because, anybody that's around livestock knows if you get in a pressure point of an animal, like behind them, it pushes them forward. So you get these runners running behind these calves that are bigger than the roper, and it just runs them over the top. And
oh boy,
So I try to coach as good as I can. Don't get behind the calf. Go down the rope with your roper and reach over the calf for the ribbon. But they think they can save time if they can hit it at full speed and grab it on the way by.
Yeah,
it's fun to watch.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's my favorite event. My two older, all my kids excelled in it, but I think it's because I like it. I wish we had it in high school. Nobody else. I am not the majority in that.
So she says that, but at nationals they have a parent member ribbon roping that
mother,
I don't
son,
know.
mother.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Really?
A mom
And
kid, yeah.
Of all the years that we went to junior high finals, I never did see her or any of our kids signed up for it.
No, we tried one time and the list was too long. Matt and I didn't make the list.
Yeah.
Well,
and Zach was a COVID year, so he didn't get to compete. So I would have done it.
Sure.
Steph would have did. I'm with you, Steph.
Thanks, Dave.
Well, it's fun to watch, and it's also fun to watch the kids interact in that event because I don't know, they just have fun with it too.
They
I
do.
think. Yeah.
It is fun.
Yeah. So in years past, as I remember, Mother Nature has challenged you guys, and you've always been able to pull it off one way or another. And we're in a wet cycle right now, thank goodness.
Right.
But maybe by the time this all comes around, it'll have mellowed out a little bit. But I know you usually have a backup plan of some sort as best you can because you got the covered arena, but
right.
you have to make changes, right?
Yep.
Yeah, if we have to.
The first couple years we did it, people used to say, Millers need to have a rodeo, it'll bring the rain. Because the first 2 years, it was with the new arena, we had to go inside.
Yeah.
Because it
couldn't
rained.
use it.
We couldn't use it. Yeah.
Since they moved the roping boxes down on the other end where they don't set in that low spot where the water sets in them, we can probably do everything outside what
Pull
we
it off. Yeah.
want to. But, if it rains, I'll stand out there and I'll let it rain on me all day.
Let it come. We'll enjoy it.
Yep, and we'll figure it out. It'll be a longer day for everybody. We'll use the indoor, and we'll make it work because we have such. I mean, the fairgrounds is terrific for us, and they have great facilities. And we're very fortunate compared to other places that we go to have rodeos. But yes, if it rains, it rains, and
it will go on.
Yep, we will have it no matter what. We will have it no matter what. Yep.
Yeah. All right. And that's on a Thursday and Friday. What are the dates again?
18th and 19th.
18th and 19th. So that's coming up.
Yep. So if anybody wants to help, I know, we're always looking for helpers. Just because during the week, sometimes it's tough. So if there's any high school kids that want to come, swing gates, help sort, help time. I mean, we definitely need some help.
Takes a lot of people, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It takes a lot of people. And we have some buckles left. Usually we get buckle sponsors. So if anybody wants to be a sponsor and hasn't, either felt like I didn't reach out to them or hasn't sponsored yet, they can absolutely get a hold of me, and we will for sure promote them as a buckle sponsor if they want to.
Okay.
So.
All right. Wow, they qualify here. They go to Georgia. Do they have air conditioning? Is it a covered arena? Or?
Yeah, it's
It's
all air
inside.
conditioned.
It's all inside.
The
Oh,
horse
man.
stalls even have those, excuse my language, the big fans.
Yeah.
The rodeo people know, big ass fans.
I mean, that's what they're called. It's like that.
That's what they call it?
Inside
That's what
their,
they-
in-
that's
inside
the
their-
brand. That's the brand.
inside
Oh, that
their-
is?
Yes.
Inside their stalls and
Uh-huh.
stuff, and then everybody was talked about how hot it was down there. But you go in the stalling areas and those fans moving the air, circulating the air around down there. They said it was just like it was air conditioned.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Well, that sure helps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, in every year, Just in Crisis Fund, each state puts a basket together that's on a silent auction, and the top 3 get a pick in that order. However you finish, the top 3, whoever brings the most money, get to select their camping spot. And we've won the last 2 or 3 years.
Or 4 or 5.
Yeah, we've got good support.
Well, it makes a deal.
We get our first pick of the camping spot. Well, our camping spot, there's these ponds that are just like right across from the indoor arenas. That in the trade show, there's a big trade show there that's 100 yards away, and these ponds all have fish in them.
Ah, nice.
So our kids were sending me pictures last year. We didn't make it down there last year, but they're catching these catfish that were 12 inches long and stuff.
Oh boy, they had a good
and
time.
of course,
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I thought that enough people knew how full of crap I was that it wouldn't be a big deal if they just kind of laugh it off. But I put on one of our Facebook pages when they were all going down there that where their camping spots are going to be, to make sure you take your fishing poles because there's fish in the pond, and they said the camp or the campground's host recommended you bring a 2-inch hemp rope to put around your camping area to keep the water moccasins out, and a minimum .38 caliber handgun for the alligators.
And we had some moms.
There was a mom that freaked out.
Oh boy.
She was going to fly down, and she didn't know how she was going to carry her gun, and we were at a high school rodeo after that, after he said that, and these parents kept coming up to me and asking about it, and I was like, really? Brad said it. Seriously? You believe? I mean, how can you believe that? Oh, and he had some moms absolutely worried. So he was trying to invest in one of those alligators that are remote controlled that you can put in the pond. I mean, he terrorizes these.
What I really want's like a life-size alligator, a lifelike alligator, because there's a couple little boys that are pretty ornery from Grand Island that I put up to a lot of shenanigans. There's a public bathroom right there.
Oh,
and like at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd like to have them drag that alligator inside, so somebody that isn't quite awake walks through there just to watch him backpedal out.
You don't think we have any fun?
Well, I guess so.
I think the junior high kids are near and dear to us. We love the kids, and we love bringing the rodeo to Broken Bow, and yeah, it's exciting, and we appreciate everyone's support. Like the outpouring of support that we get in order to do this is unbelievable.
It's been a great 7 years.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
Yep, and I mean, I guess we haven't said, but Brad, this will be our last year, and so then there's a family from Overton, a couple from Overton who will be taking it over, and we're gonna announce that this weekend. I mean, people know that we've resigned and stepped down, but and I think they'll do a great job. They have kids similar to our ages. They have one, but they still have one in junior high, so they're still going.
They're connected
Yep.
there. Yeah.
Yep. It'll be good.
All right, and hopefully they can keep it here. We'll see, but
Yep.
sure has been great, guys.
Thanks.
It's been a lot
I
of
think
fun.
they want to, so I think that'll be good.
Yeah. No, it's been so much fun. My favorite personal memory, other than Ira's son, is the kids that were damming up the Muddy Creek. That was one of my favorite times. Kids down, I tried to figure out what they were doing, and I got to go back and talk to those kids, and I got some other interviews going. I kept looking down there, and they had flags and all kinds of things going on, and I got closer, and they were building the dam, but they assured me they had it set up to where there was still water running through because they understood maybe, talk about a bunch of kids that were willing to talk. Man, they were fantastic.
2 of them were the McIntyre kids from Grand Island.
Are they the ones
that I was referring to?
Jeez, they were like all over it. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a family event because most of those kids were siblings, I think, to kids that were competing.
Yeah.
So I mean, the family impact is so huge, and everyone travels together, and It's just good.
And now those kids that are building the dam are competing.
One of them.
They're
Yeah,
in
well, the McIntyre boy, and I think the Clark boy was down there with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're all competing now.
Yeah.
So
It's not surprising. They just was passing the time, having a memory that they won't ever forget, building the dam in
That's
Muddy
funny.
Creek.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Yep. So everybody can come out. We would love to have everybody come out on Thursday and Friday and support the kids.
Okay. Yeah, come out. It doesn't cost anything,
Nope.
and take it in. It's really kind of relaxing too. I mean, you have things going on, but
Yep.
people are chatting, and
Yep. Oh yeah.
the athletes are chatting with one another, and they got a little music going. And
Yep.
It's
Yep.
a lot of fun.
It's usually a good time.
Well, we'll come out and talk to the kids and
Okay.
see if we can chase a few of them down. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
You
All the
bet.
support all these years.
Thanks for all our sponsors and everybody that's helped us get for the last 7 years. We really appreciate them all. Couldn't do them without them.
It's been a great Miller time.
Yes, it has been.
So with that thought in mind, I thought I'd play a little Ned Ledoux for you.
Oh, perfect.
Awesome.
Maybe that would hit the spot here this morning.
Right at my fingertips. It's like having my Beacon rep in my pocket 24/7. I rely on Beacon because I never stop building, and neither do they. Now through June, purchase through Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Beacon, always building.
This is an urgent announcement for anyone that's $10,000 or more in debt. Total Financial Freedom can help you become debt-free in months instead of years. Resolve your credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and timeshares. Call Total Financial Freedom now at 800-208-1312 for a free consultation. You have the right to get your debt resolved and substantially reduce your monthly payments. Call Total Financial Freedom
Loan special that features a 6.49% fixed interest rate for qualified customers. customers. You heard that right, a 6.49% fixed interest rate. Call one of their local experienced ag loan officers at 872-2466 to find out more about this limited time loan special. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Gary Superfoods is excited to see you soon. They are open every day 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Save on USDA choice boneless beef New York strip steaks for $9.99 each. Boneless pork loin chops are 10 for $10. Or enjoy delicious packages of strawberries or blackberries at 2 for $5. Start your day with Kellogg's cereals, 2 for $6. Don't forget orange juice. Simply Juice varieties are $3.69. Gary Superfoods. Shop with them on South B Street in Broken Bow.
Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. I'll be leaving in a little bit to go set up at the Chamber office to talk about the toy lending library. And we love it because it's more information about kids, which is one of our favorite subjects here at KCNI KBBN, just talking about the Junior High Rodeo coming up the 18th and 19th out here at the Custer County Fairgrounds. And it's a great show, folks. It's real laid back. Doesn't cost a thing to go see it. If you haven't done it before, you should get out there. Imagine there's a good chance that will continue to be held here at the fairgrounds. But as the Millers explained, they're stepping down after 7 years of service, and they think it'll probably remain here. But you never know. And thank you to the Millers. They did that quite a while after the kids were no longer in that competition, which says something about how much they love the kids and rodeo. So, right, my fine shirted friend.
Yes, Dave.
I'd like to talk to you about some jobs.
Okay,
in case
let's
you
get to it.
Get mad at me some morning when I don't apologize and quit. Here's a couple jobs for you. Ansley Public Schools looking for energetic, responsible, and caring individuals that are interested in working. They have positions as a custodian open, paraprofessional, or kitchen staff within the school system. The wages will be negotiated depending on your experience. The para position is a job that follows the school calendar, and the custodial position is a year-round full-time position, and the kitchen staff positions will be during the school year as well as for the summer lunch program. If you're interested, please call Gordon Goodman at 308-935-1121. That's 935-1121, or download a copy of the application from the school's webpage, which is ansleypublicschools.org. Their theme at the Ansley Schools, Let's Work Together. And this job is also listed on Sandhills Express jobs page.
Speaking of jobs, Universal Insurance, the Broken Bow office, looking for a client services representative. Are you looking for a job with perks you thought you could only dream of? Well, Universal Insurance of Broken Bow has those perks, 12 paid holidays with this position, 100% employer-paid, employee-only health insurance, and 401k with employer match. It's a Monday through Friday position, 8 to 5. If you're interested, you can go to gtagroup.com, click on the Careers tab, and you can apply. Universal Insurance Agency, a division of GTA Insurance Group. Also, Universal Insurance reminds you to come in and visit with them about a review. They can help you make sure that you are properly insured on all of your equipment and can help to make sure that your building values are at the appropriate levels before you get busy. All Universal Insurance in Broken Bow. Call Universal Insurance in Broken Bow at 872-6438, or you can stop by and talk to them at their office right off Highway 2 in Broken Bow.
Another job opportunity or opportunities, Nebraska Department of Transportation looking for highway maintenance workers at Ansley and Broken Bow. They do training of career development that is provided. They have advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, a work-life balance, comprehensive benefits package, including matching retirement contribution. And at the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees for their hard work with a friendly, supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. You can apply online. In fact, you must apply online at statejobs.nebraska.gov. All lowercase, statejobs.nebraska.gov, and complete that online application. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
The Broken Bow United Methodist Church would like to invite all children who will be entering kindergarten through 6th grade in the fall of 2023 to attend their Vacation Bible School coming up May 30th through June 2nd, 9 a.m. to noon each of those days. The theme this year is Food Truck Party. It's bound to be a great week of Bible stories, songs, games, snacks, and other fun activities. Pre-registration always helps them prepare for that week. So to pre-register, you can go to their Facebook page at Broken Bow United Methodist Church, and you'll find a link to sign up for Vacation Bible School. Also, if you access Community Calendar on sandhillsexpress.com and find the Vacation Bible School posted there, you can also bring up that, and that'll show you the link as well through sandhillsexpress.com. Broken Bow United Methodist Church hosting their Vacation Bible School May 30th through June 2nd, 9 a.m. to noon each day.
The Garden Center in Broken Bow is stocked up and ready to go, and it's going to be a boomer here in the next few days. Sun's going to come out, things are going to dry out, and people are going to be diving into those gardens. The lawns are growing. It's time to fertilize. The flower beds need some work. There's just all sorts of things that we probably will be doing here in the very near future in and around our gardens and our yards. And, of course, Mother's Day is this Sunday, and they have some beautiful hanging plants or potted plants that you can give Mom to tell her how much you care about her, or Grandma. And they are open for everyone who wants to come in and look around and just inhale all of those things growing in the greenhouses there. Ryan's ready to go for you. Their hours, 7 days a week now, 10 to 5:30 Monday to Friday, 10 to 4 Saturday, and noon to 4 on Sunday. And they are just full to the max. Flowers, grasses, mosquito plants. Stop in and see all the color and plants available that we just spoke of. Herbs. They have cilantro, lemon and sweet basil, garlic, chives, and even catnip for your cats.
There you go.
Sweet potatoes, or seed potatoes, I should say, onion sets, sweet corn seed. It's all there. Then they've got cabbage, lettuce, zucchini, celery, eggplant, squash, cucumbers, even the pickling cucumbers, which are very, very good for later on making some dills.
Yes.
That's tasty. And right now, let's face it, we can save some money. Seeds don't cost all that much. Plants don't cost all that much compared to what you look at the produce department in your favorite grocery store. And it's fun, and it's healthy, and they are ready to help you out. Check out their Facebook. They keep it up to date, and they kind of let you know what's going on. At the Garden Center in Broken Bow, located 1 block off a Highway 2, turn at the east side of town at the dollar store, go a block south, take a right, and you'll be right there. Look for that big windmill. Not far from there is Stan's Whiskey Barrel.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard to find either. It's right on Highway 2, right across from Gateway Motors. A lot of times you look at Gateway Motors, there's all these cars out there, and if you're not sure where you're at, look for the guy outside eating popcorn. That would be Thomas. He'd be right across the street from the Whiskey Barrel, standing there munching some popcorn. Or you can find it between Subway and Vet Care, right there at one of our 3 stoplights in town.
Yes.
3 stoplights. Who would have thought? Anyway, Stan would talk to you about the stoplights, where they should be positioned, and how fast people drive by and what the situation is there, or whatever you want to discuss with Stan. He has the information available right in his brain, in his hard drive. But he also asks if you have information that you could provide to him. He's a little overwhelmed. People have been coming to him for so many years now. He's just about drained out. And he would love to have you provide some information. He may not agree with it, but you can provide it. And you're going to have fun when you go into the Whiskey Barrel. They're just nice people there, and he has a great staff. And here's the one punchline we always want to bring you. Don't worry about the prices. You're going to get a fair, honest deal at the Whiskey Barrel. They know what their competition's doing. They fit right in there. They don't have glitzy specials to get you in the door. And they'd love to have you come in and, buy a pop, buy a beverage, buy whatever. But when you put it in the cooler, you're actually warming it up if you're buying cold products out of the cooler, because Stan keeps his coolers at 28 degrees.
There you go. What goes along good with a beverage would be pizza.
Oh, yeah.
So order pizza this weekend from the Pizza Hut here in Broken Bow. I think they've got the new Philly cheesesteak pizza now. So give it a try at Pizza Hut in Broken Bow. You can dine in, call for carryout or delivery, and they're always looking for some great people to join their team as well. So if you're interested, visit with Ladarius, the general manager there, as they always look to build their team with good quality people. That's the Pizza Hut in Broken Bow.
Thank you, Brent. I'll be leaving you now.
Okay.
Going to go set up at the chamber office and talk about the Toy Lending Library.
All right.
And in the meantime, I understand they had an awards show last night. For country singers again. I don't know how many award shows they have.
I didn't know that.
They have so many of them anymore.
Okay.
But this gentleman here has been receiving most of the awards lately and probably deserves it because he actually plays country. And he plays rock, too.
Huh?
Whatever he does well. I think he got Entertainer of the Year last night in whatever award show it was.
Oh.
It was on CBS News this morning. That's the only reason I know. So, I had a song picked and I lost it here. Now, where to go? Got it. Oh, this is one of the favorites here. You ready?
Yeah? Okay.
Chris Stapleton.
to get started. Vernon Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
Start checking items off your warm weather to-do list with the help of Ansley Lumber and Supply. They have the materials you need. LP Smart Siding, featuring premium Diamond Coat technology, will protect your home for years to come. To protect from the top, ask about shingles and other roofing options. Need to rework or build a deck? Ansley Lumber has great material options there too. Strong, high-quality materials to keep your home safe and strong for years, all from their friendly, knowledgeable staff to help you along the way. Ansley Lumber and Supply, Main Street, Ansley.
There's so much to celebrate right now at Bo Bootery, like moms and grads. Happy Mother's Day and congratulations, graduates. We have great gift ideas. Save 20% on sandals, flip-flops, Sabona magnetic bracelets, or purses and wallets. Let that special mom or graduate know how much they mean to you with a special gift from Bo Bootery. Located on the east side of the square in Broken Bow, we're proud to be your home-owned shoe store.
Shop for the perfect gift for Mother's Day at Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow. Gift ideas that will show Mom how much she means to you are marked at 20% off. Don't forget, they offer complimentary gift wrapping too. Don't forget to pair up a gift with a great card from their large selection. Open Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and Saturday, 8:30 to 12:30. Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
8:49 is the time. We'll be checking in with Dave Burney in the 9 o'clock hour. As Dave mentioned, he's going out for a special remote as we're going to be talking about the toy lending library that is being set up in Broken Bow, and we'll have information about that coming up in the next hour. Man, almost another inch of precipitation in the rain gauge this morning when we measured at 7 o'clock today. Precipitation total for the month of May now, 5 inches and 61/100ths. And there's more rain in the forecast, as we know, so we'll see what happens in the next few days as well. But, boy, much-needed precipitation coming to us here in the month of May. Do want to remind you there is still a flood watch in effect for portions of Custer County and portions of our listening area. I believe that's in effect until 1 o'clock Central Time. I don't know if they've extended that out, but I know that that's what it was originally issued for. High yesterday in Broken Bow hit 77 degrees, dropped to around 53 for the low. Sunset for tonight, 8:46. Sunrise tomorrow, 6:22. Have been having a lot of joy these past couple of days going out and watching our area track athletes perform. Of course, we had live reports from the B5 district meet in Holdridge back on Tuesday. We had reports from the D8 district championships from Paxton on Wednesday, South Loop and Arcadia Loop City, a couple of the area teams that competed in Class C districts yesterday. And we've got stories on those districts posted for you on sandhillsexpress.com. We have a lot of kids from around our coverage area who will be competing at the State Track and Field Championships next week in Omaha, so we wish them all the best. And we do want to let you know that once again this year we will be live in Omaha for you from Burke Stadium, and we'll be there for 4 days. Yes, the State Track and Field Championships have been expanded out here recently. It'll be a 4-day event, and it will start next Wednesday with Classes A and B being featured. They'll run their meet next Wednesday and Thursday, and then Classes C and D will take the track next Friday and Saturday, and we'll be there for all 4 days of that meet to cover the happenings of our area athletes, and we'll do it on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. We'll have hourly reports next week throughout the course of the State Track and Field Championship, so join us for that next week. Also, you've got districts for boys golf happening next week. I know Broken Bow is on Monday. They travel out to Kimball for their boys district golf tournament, and I think a lot of our area teams will go the next day, I think, on Tuesday. So you got boys district golf next week, you got state track next week, as we start to come toward the conclusion now of the high school sports season. But join us for coverage of state track. That'll be next week with hourly reports on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all of next week on KBBN Radio.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
With more ways than ever to connect to news and entertainment, 90% of new car buyers want the tried and true AM/FM radio option. Gadgets are great, but when you're behind the wheel, you just want that local connection that can't be replicated. Local AM/FM radio is dependable and free, with no subscription or cellular data required. And as the backbone of the emergency alert system, we are here to keep you safe in dangerous times. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. Text AM to 52886.
You're waking up with The Breakfast Show. KCNI, KBBN Radio.
I love it.
and storms likely, especially early in the night, a low of 52. Saturday, a chance for some showers with highs reaching 70 along with breezy northwest winds, and a slight chance for rain on Sunday. We're back to a high of 65. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
Currently in our studios, cloudy skies, 58 degrees. Winds have picked up out of the northeast up to near 20 miles per hour. Barometer 29.82 and the humidity 93%. Some more much-needed precipitation overnight. Nearly an inch recorded at 7 o'clock this morning here at KCNI KBBN Radio. 97 hundredths is what we measured. Precip total for the month of May now up to 5 inches and 61 one-hundredths as recorded here at our studios. We'll take a 1-minute break. When we come back, we'll go live to David J. Burney, a special remote broadcast coming up next on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
As a roofer, I'm always on the go, so I need to be able to get things done from anywhere. That's why I partner with Beacon. With the new Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips. It's like having my Beacon rep in my pocket 24/7. I rely on Beacon because I never stop building, and neither do they. Now through June, purchase through Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Beacon, always building.
This is an urgent announcement for anyone that's $10,000 or more in debt. Total Financial Freedom can help you become debt-free in months instead of years. Resolve your credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and timeshares. Call Total Financial Freedom now at 800-208-1312 for a free consultation. You have the right to get your debt resolved and substantially reduce your monthly payments. Call Total Financial Freedom now. 800-208-1312. Call now.
9:03 is the time. Special time now for a remote broadcast. And to find out what's going on, we say good morning to David J. Burney.
Good morning, Brent. Thanks so much. Yes, we're here at the Chamber of Commerce, and we are going to learn about toys and children and how they interact. That won't be that complicated, will it? We have a special interview here today because I'm asking Emily, who is with us today, because she brought 3 of her children with her. I guess that's all you have, right, Emily?
Yes, just the 3.
Just the 3, and then we'll get to know some of the other kids. I happen to know a couple that are here playing. So I'm going to turn the interview over to you to talk to Heather about how toys can be lent like a library, right?
Absolutely. And anyone who has kids or is around small kids, you know that toys, they seem to multiply the more kids that are around, and they defy gravity and just completely take over the space that they are in. But the most important thing about them is how much they help kids learn and grow and develop really intricate skills and imagination. It's a beautiful thing when you just sit and watch a kid play with a new toy for the first time. And there's an opportunity here to kind of share toys between care providers here in our area. And so we have an early childhood champion amongst us this morning to tell us about the Toy Lending Library. Heather Schmidt, good morning.
Good morning, Emily.
Thanks so much for being here. And you, of course, have many, many years of early childhood experience owning a daycare here in Broken Bow.
Yes.
And it's been a busy spring for you.
It's been very busy.
Last we spoke, we were preparing for the Early Childhood Art Show at the library. That was in April.
Yes.
And you just don't stop, do you?
No, not really. That's okay, though.
And that's all right. Well, can you tell me a little bit about your background in early childhood?
Oh, goodness. Well, we can go back to my first ever babysitting job when I was 9 years old. and that was just a couple years ago. So I really only have 2 years of experience in early childhood. So, no, I have over 30 years of experience in early childhood. I have worked as a nanny. I have worked in large child care centers, small child care centers. I've, provided care for various friends and family and just people over the last 30 years. And I also am a not, it hasn't been too long since I graduated from UNK with my bachelor's degree in early childhood family advocacy. So I also coach for Step Up to Quality, other providers, helping them learn, how to have a quality child care center and what skills and how they can set up their environments to best help their children engage in learning.
And that's something through the years I've learned about you is how much you care and your passion for quality care. It helps the entire community when our littlest community members are well taken care of, they're growing, they're safe, so that, parents can provide for their family, provide for the community. It all goes hand in hand. And you've had such a dedication to that for many years, not only with your daycare, but just the amount of work that you've put in outside of that too to help others. And with that, I want to say a quick congratulations on your recent award, the
Thank
Early
you.
Childhood Champion Award. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, the Nebraska Early Childhood Collaborative sent out an email back in, was it September? And they were looking for nominations. They were going to award 24 child care providers throughout the state of Nebraska. Child care providers that went above and beyond. And I don't know how it was decided because I wasn't obviously on that end of it, but I know that there were several people that submitted nominations for me, and so I was chosen to be one of their 24. I found out last October, and I had to keep it a secret until May. So it was really exciting, and I was really honored to receive it because a lot of these other childcare providers I know through other collaborations and trainings and networking, and so I feel very honored to be among those 24, one of those 24 that was chosen. So
Very well deserved. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And it just goes to show again how much, bless you, time and energy is put into the care that is available in Custer County. And wanted to dive right into why we're here today.
Yes.
Toys everywhere. I wish you could see it because this is so much fun. Kids are all playing with something different here. And you are in the process of beginning a toy lending library.
Yes. We have, this was an idea that I had like many years ago. I was a part of the Infant Toddler Quality Initiative where we, as part of that grant program, we had access to a toy lending library, and we had somebody come to our home and they would bring us toys every month, and we got to experiment with new materials and things that, there was no way that we could afford or didn't have room to keep. And it's, one thing that I know and have learned, it's, an ever evolving process, the learning, but any other childcare provider and parent can tell you, kids, they need to be engaged in learning. It really, you can tell they show their boredom is what they would think of it when they're not engaged and exploring their environment. And toys are the best way for them to do that, but they get bored with the toys and they like to have a rotation of different materials to engage them. And so after that grant ended, it was a few years, and I thought, it would be so amazing if we had this. And I spent so much time trying to research how we could get this grant back into our community, and it just didn't pan out. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna see if I can get this going.
Took matters into your own hands.
I took matters into my own hands,
and here we are.
So my first thing I needed to do was needed to find a space to house these toys so that everybody could have access to them. And I, tried a bunch of different things, and then I contacted Stephanie at the chamber, and I said, hey, I wonder if, Grange or the bank, Flatwater Bank, would be willing to, donate a space for us. So I contacted Luke Rickertson, and emailed him or talked to him on the phone, I think first, and said, hey, this is who I am. This is my idea. What do you think? And he's like, well, let me talk to everybody about it and get back to you. And so then they said, yes, absolutely. We'd be happy to do that. We really support early childhood education. And I'm like, thank you so much.
Thank you. That's
It's
a huge
amazing.
blessing.
I'm so happy that we have community support that way. So the next thing was to set up a nonprofit through the Custer County Foundation, and Lindsay helped me do that, and that was great. And then it was on collecting funds, and we have raised through the community so far $1,500, a little over $1,500. That's just from donations from businesses and individuals. And then I got word about it's probably I don't know, early May, the second day or two of May, from the NECC, the Nebraska Early Childhood Collaborative, and they are matching our funds that we have raised. So they actually gave us another $15,000. Or $1,500, that would be amazing.
That's a lot of toys.
I know. $1,500, and I sent over a list of toys, and they ordered them for us, and we're waiting on them to come.
That's incredible.
In addition to the ones we have out here. So.
Well, things just really fell into place, it sounds like, with the help of so
Yes.
many different entities, and it's all, again, for the benefit of young kids like are here today to enjoy the benefits of these toys, and they don't even know they're learning.
Oh.
That's the nice part. It's a little
It's
secret
natural.
we keep from them.
That's the best way to teach children, just in a natural way.
Uh-oh. I think Dave pinched Marianne. What's the matter?
Dave, that's why we don't let you have the babies.
I just thought you might need a little arm.
Thank you. My arm is getting tired. Yeah, but as care providers, as moms, you're used to that. You're used to juggling different things, and when a child has access to something new, it just kind of gives you a little break almost, because their attention is focused on that new thing.
Yes.
Again, they're learning and they don't even know it. And so all these toys are going to be housed here at the Chamber Building, thanks to Flatwater Bank. And then who is going to have access to these different toys? Who can check the toys out of the library?
So any licensed child care provider, any provider who is not licensed, who's caring for children, a small number of children, I think even family members who are doing kinship care that have, whether it's nieces, nephews, grandchildren in care, if they are looking for some quality toys to engage their children, because it's not just early childhood providers that are providing quality care. It's parents, it's grandparents, it's the non-licensed providers, and I would welcome anybody who is interested to get a hold of me, and I'd love to engage in conversations around early childhood education and quality and the importance of that.
What's the best way to contact you for anyone wanting to learn more?
Well, you can, probably the best way maybe is for just anybody is to go to Love and Learn Childcare on Facebook and just send me a message.
Love and Learn Childcare on Facebook. Send Heather Schmidt a
Yes.
message to learn more.
You can email custertoys@gmail.com.
Okay.
That's another way. Those are probably the two easiest ways.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Well, should we talk a little bit about what toys are being played with here today?
Sure. I think that'd be great, because I was so excited to get all of these things out and have all these kids come.
It's a lot of fun here going on.
They are having a great time, and they're being so well behaved, aren't they? Because they're engaged in learning.
Exactly.
And there's enough materials for everybody to play with. So we have some musical instruments, some little thumb pianos. I don't know if can I play this on?
Please do.
And see if it can hear it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
I
nice
like it.
soft little.
It's not too
music.
loud. It's not a drum
nice-
set.
It's a little handheld thing, great for toddlers or preschoolers just to sit and hold in their hand, and shakers.
What do you got, Carl?
Oh, let's not open that right now because we don't have paper right now.
It's like a stamper.
It is a stamper.
Oh,
We got some
fun.
art materials too, some stampers and stamp pads. We've got several different types of blocks here. We've got some large cardboard building blocks and some sensory blocks for infants, toddlers with little open windows so they can view things. We've got magnetic blocks which also brings me to, we have a light table. We actually have 2 of those available for people to check out, and some other accessories to go with them, like translucent letters and pebbles and little shells. And we've got some puzzles that have differing abilities and diversified people, multicultural. We've got large jumbo animals. We've got some pattern blocks with little pattern shape puzzles, I guess is kind of just put I don't know how to word it. Put together. We've got some magnifying glass, and we brought some rocks from home because that's what we do. We like to play with rocks. We got that from Stephanie. We also have squigs. If anybody's ever played with squigs, they're little suction cup things. And they stick on windows, and they stick on smooth tables, and you can do lots of things in water with them. What else? We've got some large people. I don't know what happened to the people. Oh, here they are.
Here's some people.
Some
dolls.
Great for infants and toddlers to play with. We also have a variety of just professional resources too to check out. There's some books with like different songs and chants and finger plays, and some books on loose parts, which are some of my favorite books. It really talks about things from your environment that you can pull in to let kids play. And there's one for infants and toddlers as well. So the goal is to have all age groups of toys. You know, we want to represent and make them as inclusive as possible. Yeah. So is even our centers have large numbers of different age kids playing together. So
all in one space.
Yeah.
So it's good to have something for
there's
everyone.
a lot of developmental difference between an 18-month-old toddler and a 2.5-year-old toddler.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you have.
For sure. When a lot of these toys, you know, they take up space.
They do.
And then, like you said, after a while, even if it's the coolest toy, kids get bored of them. You know, they kind of, their newness kind of wears out.
Yes.
So to be able to rotate them and have something where you can check them out for a while at your center or your home and take them back, it's just it's so beneficial for the kids to keep the newness and excitement.
Yes, and it really engage them in learning, and having them like prompt those questions to ask you about, you know, what is this, how does this work, you know, just discovery. So it's the best way to, I guess, manage your classroom is having like materials that they can. Dave is just getting pummeled with
a little spit up there.
Yeah, just
not a problem.
Well, Heather, what was your favorite toy growing up?
Oh my gosh. Well, that's so hard to say. When I was little, you know, we always played with Legos, and I really loved music. I had like, you know, the record player, you know, the record, and I spent lots of time just singing and dancing in my bedroom by myself.
Well,
and then
we got the mic, Dave. Maybe you should put her on next.
Yeah.
A little musical act in the breakfast show.
No, I think that all of my
finale, yeah.
all of my parents on Facebook get to hear me sing enough, because we'll post videos all the time of the kids singing, and I'm singing in the background, and I feel so bad. Like, look at this, that great thing that your kid is doing. So sorry you have to listen to my voice. What else? Oh, Lincoln Logs. I really liked Lincoln Logs.
Good one.
And Little People. Oh, I was so jealous. My friends, or my cousins, had like the airport. And I always wanted the airport.
We got to have all the accessories.
And
right?
the Methodist Church had the hospital. So that was like and I think they probably still have it. I don't know. But those were the
they
things
last a long time.
You know, and then of course outdoors. You know, sticks.
That's all you need sometimes. You
is
know?
a stick.
Kids they're simple. And Dave, what was your favorite toy growing up?
I had a teddy bear I used to beat up.
Oh no.
Just
like
kidding.
stuffing coming out of him.
No,
I
don't know.
Toy mutilator.
I remember an electric train and a erector set. I remember those pretty distinctively. Before that, bowling set, you know, with the plastic bowling. You know, I don't remember the ones from early on.
Early on.
Yeah.
I hope everyone could take a minute to think about some of their favorite toys. Mine was probably the Little Tykes dollhouse that I had, and you know, you just remember the
have one of
hours
those at my house.
with the blue roof.
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually, yeah. I think we have 2 of them. But yes, you should come play with
Right,
us.
I will. It just takes you back, and the hours we spent playing with toys as kids, and again, all the learning that we were doing that we didn't even think of.
No.
And it's a pretty cool thing. And should we talk to some of these kids about what they're playing with, Dave?
Yeah, let's
What do
find
you
out.
think?
We have. I know 2 Bernie boys here, and who are the gals, the young gals?
Here is Maisie Wagner. Maisie, would you like to come talk to us about what you were playing with? No.
Not really.
Not. You want to think about it for a minute? Tannen, would you like to come and talk to us? You don't want to talk
Oh,
to
we got
us?
some shy kids in the
Oh,
building here. Hey,
Cooper.
Bonnie,
Cooper.
what you playing with?
You wanna-
Baby.
What are you playing with?
Come talk to us, Raylan.
So this is Raylan. How old are you?
3.
3 years old. And what are you playing with today?
Elephants and sheep.
Elephants and sheep. What sound does an elephant make? Very good.
That is
There was motions
yeah,
involved.
motion with the trunk.
Hey, Carl, come here. What are you playing with?
Don't know.
These
You're
are
just
little,
playing.
they're little shapes and letters that you put on the light table. Is that pretty cool? And how old are you?
4 and a half.
4 and a half.
What's your favorite toy to play with? You got a lot of
thinking about
choices,
it.
don't you?
Pirate ships.
Pirate ships.
Pirate ships,
That's a
there you
classic
go.
at our house, huh? And do you like to learn? Yeah.
He's shaking his head yes.
Shaking his head, yes, because there's a lot to learn here. This is a little overwhelming, isn't it?
Hey, Maisie, can you come here for a second?
We got
Bring
Maisie.
your
What is she playing with here? It's like there's little magnet.
They're magnet shapes, but they're actually you can make letters out of them. They're set up to make all the letters of the alphabet.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So they can, it's very open-ended. They can play with them however they want, but if they wanted to make letters with them, they're designed to do that.
That's great. And
Tannen is building this, let's see how tall it is, 4-block high magnet block tower.
Magnetiles is always a good one.
Yeah, magnetiles are, and they work with the light table too. So I love that there's things that you can use in many different areas too. It's not just one. And Cooper has our sensory blocks.
Can you shake them? No. Maybe later.
Oh, you talked to him.
He's busy.
I interrupted. Sorry. When the blocks, you can build towers or a fort.
Yeah,
and
anything, and you can add other stuff from your environment to it. So, we have play silks. So, having like blocks, we can build forts out of them and make a roof with our play silks. We have magnifying glass. I forgot to mention a little bit of science learning discovery over there. We have these jumbo magnifiers, and so kids can take them outside and look at bugs. They can look at rocks and leaves. All that stuff, or even anything in the environment. They love to look at their own bodies and see what that looks like. Their hand
under a
really
different lens, yeah.
And Bonnie is getting ready. She must be getting ready to go.
Putting her baby.
Oh, she's putting her baby in there.
Oh, of course.
So, well, and I want to remind everyone, you can email custertoys@gmail.com to learn more about the Toy Lending Library, which would you say is right now specifically designed to care providers, whether licensed or unlicensed?
I would say at this time, yeah.
Mhm.
Obviously, my dream goal would be to have something that we have enough materials, that's so many that we could say, hey, anybody who wants to come in
and borrow
stuff, but we'd have to amass a lot more toys. And this is just the beginning of what we have right now. We have still this other huge toy order coming, hopefully early next week. And hopefully to get that out and start having people come in and check out things. My goal, obviously to get started, is to have enough materials that every provider could check out 2 things or at least to get started one. But
Yes.
I'm not even I'm not quite sure if we're there yet. But we're
It's kind of a you learn as you go kind
yeah,
of thing,
and,
right?
and putting together, I want to be intentional behind putting totes together with things. I want to have not just one thing in a tote. I want to have like a learning system in there.
Sure.
So, yeah.
How long will providers or whoever's checking out items, how long will they get to have them at a time?
I say a month at a time
Okay.
is a really good amount of time, and maybe that's something we can always like adjust as we're learning. Right? You know, this is our toy lending library. We can do how we want to do
Make it however you want.
Yeah, we make the rules. So
well, just like a book library, this is a toy library.
Yes.
With so many different things. A lot of these toys, and as a mom of 3, there's a lot of toys here that I've never even seen before.
I know, and
there's
you
so
don't
many
even know-
things out there. Yeah.
You don't know how fun they are until you've actually had a chance to play with them. And
Exactly.
sometimes you think something's going to be really great, and then you take it home and your kids are not engaged.
Mhm.
And so it's good to know that before you invest a lot of money.
Yes.
Because quality toys are very expensive. You want them to last.
Exactly. Kids are hard of them. You know, they're
Yeah.
going to get dropped and slobbered on
And stepped
thrown
on.
at.
And
You want
left
things that are
out in
gonna
the
last.
rain.
Yes.
So
you want toys that are going to last, and all these kids have been quietly playing almost the whole time we've been here.
Yes.
It's pretty neat to see. And we're excited that the Toy Lending Library for Custer County is getting underway.
Yes.
Big thanks to Heather Schmidt with Love and Learn Childcare.
Thank you so much.
Is there anything
Thanks,
else we need to cover, or do you just want to go play?
No, I'd love to play some more. Yeah. No, this is great. And thanks for having us come and help promote this, Heather. We appreciate it very much. And
I appreciate you guys taking the time to talk to me and let me have a voice for all of the providers in our community too, and say thank you for supporting us.
you bet. Let's keep it going, huh?
Oh, and I should make an announcement today too, if people are not aware. This is actually National Child Care Provider Appreciation Day.
Oh, today?
So
Oh,
today,
perfect.
Well, we appreciate you.
So to all of the parents out there or anybody else in the community, you know, give a shout out to your child care provider and let them know how much you appreciate all the hard work that they put into caring for your children, and yeah, just let them know. It's sometimes just it's the little things that matter.
Yeah,
Good to be thanked.
And to be thanked,
and
yes.
It's the topic of the day, child care.
You know, and
so
I'm sure that they won't turn down a coffee or
Never.
or chocolate. Chocolate is always something that gets us through the day.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
All right. Heather, thanks a lot.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Dave. Thank you.
I want to have a conversation with Emily for a moment.
Okay.
Emily,
Dave.
you've kind of made it known that you and Kurt and the kids are headed back down to the Kansas City area.
We're moving.
Moving.
I know.
And
We're going back to Kansas.
Going to Kansas.
I'm going to click my heels together
There
3
you
times.
go. Well, I wished it was that easy for you to get there.
Oh, me too. My goodness. I don't like this process, I've decided.
Yeah, but we want to thank you for all the work you've done for KCNI and KBBN, and of course the community is. You've gotten to know a lot of people on your own and through the job, and I've just always appreciated your positive attitude when you walk in the door. I think that's what I really noted, and also your stubbornness. I like that when it comes to covering stories, and you'll be missed in the community, but I know that you're looking forward to being closer to family, and we wish you the very best.
Thank you, Dave. It's been an absolute pleasure, joy. I'm gonna make me cry. I'm gonna really miss everyone here. Yeah, I feel like our life wouldn't have turned out how it did here in Broken Bow without KCNI, KVVN, and the opportunities and the people that we were able to meet through that. Yeah, when I started, there was just one of me,
Yeah.
and one Kurt, and now we've multiplied.
We were
and
just talking.
Here we are.
Here we are when probably the first week or so that you came to work for us, we were here at the chamber for a business after hours.
yeah.
And there were no kids then, and you were
No.
just still kind of on your honeymoon with Kurt.
Oh,
really,
yes.
because you were a long-distance relationship, and now you have 3 little ones, Carl and Bonnie and Marianne here.
Mhm.
And it's going to be an exciting period of life for you guys, and we wish you the best.
Thank you so much. We're gonna miss you guys.
All right, we'll send it back to the studio.
Thanks, guys. 9:30 is the time. We'll come back and close out the show right after this.
Have you ever asked a farmer if they talk to their fields?
Promise me you'll grow nice and tall. You got that? No, you were corn in 2013, not 2014. Hope you're with
thirsty.
You think Cheryl's still mad at me?
After all that talking, sometimes it's time to listen. Your field has a voice, and John Deere Operations Center helps you hear it. Unlock every acre's full potential by using both agronomic and economic data. Visit johndeere.com/operations center and unlock your operation.
They run errands and equipment. They bring parts and dinner. They drive the combine and the kids to school. They feed livestock. They fix skinned knees, broken fences. They do the books and lead the 4-H group. They simply make everything better. John Deere celebrates the strength and resilience of the women that make farms run. They make all the difference.
Well, that does it for the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on this Friday morning. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll be back on the air with you coming up on Monday. Until then, have a great weekend.